So many questions about quilt storage. How do I store a quilt? Don't. You do not store a quilt. Don't do it. Do not do it. But Tammy, my quilts are 100 years old. My great-great-grandmother made them. Yes, and she intended for you to use them. She did not intend for them to be folded up in the top of a closet or in the bottom of a cedar chest or in the back of the attic. She intended for you to use them. At the end of the day, quilts are just made of fabric. There's really nothing you can do to keep them from deteriorating. You can wrap them up in tissue paper and store them in a dark place, and that will help preserve them, but that's not what they're intended for. That's not what your mama intended. That's not what your grandmother intended. It's not what your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother intended for you to do with them. Don't store your quilts. Use them. Just use them. We are not storing them. We are using them and loving them, and if they get a big red Kool-Aid stain on it, guess what? It's life. Kids were having a good time. We had a red Kool-Aid tea party. I mean, whatever it is, everything that happens to it adds to that quilt story. And that quilt story does not need to be, I lived in a cedar chest my whole life. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.